Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing how the Zombie Horde actually works in practice and talk about a variation. So Jhoira is a red-blue human wizard. And what we can do is, so on the attack step, after attackers are declared, before blockers are declared, roll a d6, or however you decide is the best way to do what I'm about to explain, and have it not go off every time, but to add tension and add more flavor. So being a wizard, Jhoira can cast either lightning bolt or unsummon on a roll of a 1 or 2 on this d6 in the middle of the combat step. So the zombie, and she has to be in play. So if the Zombie Horde attacks, Jhoira's in play. Before I declare blockers, I can roll. Okay, roll a 1. And I can choose lightning bolt or unsummon. Now, if I choose unsummon, after combat, the Zombie Horde will immediately replay its hand. The Zombie Horde cannot have any cards in hand. At the end of the turn, it just casts them. And it has infinite mana, so it just throws them back into play. Meaning washout is not a good option against the Zombie Horde because it doesn't really deal with the problem. With an actual player, if you wash out their permanents, then they have to recast them. It takes time. No, Zombie Horde just goes and vomits its hand back onto the table. So let's see how this works in practice. So I'm going to do half a horde right here. I'm going to do Jhoira. Let's take my initial 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go through this as quickly as possible. So, Cascade Bluffs, Mountain, Time Warp, Memory Lapse, Plate, Keranos. Okay, I'm just going to keep this in order to show you how it works. So, since it's EDH focused, I go ahead and play even though I'm with myself, as if it were a multiplayer EDH game, and I draw a card at the beginning of my turn. I will play Mountain. Then I get a second turn. I draw Sulphur Falls. I'll play it. I have nothing to, well, I can get the Sensei's Divining Top out. So play top, untap, draw, memory jar. Interesting. So I'm going to play Cascade Bluffs, and then I'm going to cast Jhoira. So now Jhoira is in play. So I can use that ability because she's a wizard. Now, if she were a warrior or a knight, then on a 1 or 2, she would fight one of the creatures without tapping. We just took that tapping out. If she is a cleric, then she would cast Healing Salve. So it's kind of up to you how you look at the class of the commander and decide what sort of low-level spell they can cast during the combat phase, just to add flavor, just to make it more like a party of characters, dungeon crawl party that encountered a zombie horde and now has to fight them. So here comes the zombie horde. I hope it's not too bad. Okay, they get a zombie giant. That's not good. And they get freaking noxious ghoul. Fantastic. Alright, so Jhoira gets neg 1 till end of turn. Luckily she's a 2/2. Now, attack. So Zombie Horde attacks before blockers. A roll, and I'm going to declare that I will cast Lightning Bolt. I don't get it, so I get hit for 7. I'm down to 33 life. Okay, my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Well, hopefully I can survive long enough to get some of this in place. So what do I want to do? I want to start putting things in the time stream. That's really what I need to do. Because when he gets more zombies, Jhoira is going to die because of that noxious ghoul. So let's go ahead and I can do it as an instant. So I'll wait and see if I need a memory lapse something. So I won't do anything. Zombie Horde untaps. They play. Token. Each opponent chooses and discards 2 cards. Do I care about that? I'm not going to worry about that. So I would choose and discard memory jar and dark steel plate. Okay, Zombie Horde attacks. 1 or 2, and I'm going to use lightning bolt. I don't get my lightning bolt. I get hit for 5. Actually, that's a 3/3, not a 2/2. I get hit for 10. So I'm actually at 22 now. This is going pretty fast. Okay, end of their turn. I will put Ulamog and Time Warp into the time stream. Four counters on them. And tap. I draw my card. Spell Crumple. Not really worried about that. Let's go ahead and Divining Top. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll put Clock Spinning on top. And then they'll take their turn. Zombie Token. Jhoira gets -1/-1. Severed Legion. Jhoira dies. Put her back up here in the command zone. And all this attacks for 10, 14. So I'm at 8 already. Okay. Probably should have put one in the time stream, but I'm just kind of getting flustered. Okay, so 3. I don't think I'll have that many more turns. I'm about to die. Draw. I get Clock Spinning. And they're going to hit, next turn they're going to hit me for 14, so I'm dead. But that's how it works. So, kind of a run through of how fast Jhoira can do anything relevant against a mindless horde of zombies that just keeps coming and coming and coming. Speaking of mindless horde of zombies, so I did have Vengeful Pharaoh in the deck. But the problem is, he requires a decision, and it's more thinking than the Zombie Horde do. So let's say my team attacked with 6 creatures. Well, we could roll a die and choose whatever it lands on. What if we attack with some weird number of creatures like 13? If we roll 2 die, then obviously the first creature won't be picked because we'll roll at a minimum 2. I don't have any D13s. So it also chokes the deck out. Makes it less interesting. So that's why he's not in there. But as you saw, they don't really need him. It's pretty brutal. Let's do another one.